What's going on, Eglon? So, uh, they're just stupid and crazy. Like after that last video I did, they just put out some magazine article that was like 5 ways to know if he really likes you. If he makes a big deal about things, really likes you. My husband doesn't want to console me. I'm mad. He doesn't ask me why. Maybe because you're a whore. Maybe because he thinks he dodged a bullet with your stupid whore ass. Seriously. Did you think me finding out you were Stephanie was gonna make it better? Instead of stealing from kids to make shitty music with posers, you stalked me for 7 years so you could steal from her kids. You can make shitty auto music with posers. Fuck you and your cult. Seriously. Fuck you and your cult. I was going over some shit from Robert Morning Sky. They did one of those thingamajiggies on it. The Terra Papers, how they talk about like the reptilians and all that bullshit, and they're the ones behind the secret society and the bloodlines and all that bullshit. I believe it. I believe it because Tiffany must have the bloodline. Probably some of the gnome people also. That's why she's so tiny. But this bitch must be a reptilian. She has no emotions whatsoever. She is so controlling. She is just a cunty, manipulative, twatty whore. And I do not know what she thinks is going to happen because I don't need some ghetto trash used goods in my life. There's plenty of other losers out there who would jump at the like, wow, look at that, everyone. I can hang out with the bitch who got felt up by some rap losers. That's not me, though. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. You are a whore. You have already stolen from a child, so you can pimp yourself out to some losers. And you backtracked on that, and we're like, well, I want to go do ballerina shit. Let me guess. When you were in New York, that shit that you were like, well, I just got done with something. You were doing some ballerina bullshit in New York. Why don't you get off your high horse and actually take accountability for something you fucked up, which is your life? Seriously, you're fucking retarded. No one gives a shit about your fucking Mason Boulay, whatever the fuck. No one gives a shit. Only you give a shit because you thought it was gonna get you something and it didn't get you anything. It got you debt. It got you dumped. You're retarded. Fucking serious. I can still think she's hot. I can still like you and still be done with you. You're retarded. You stole from the moment you stole from a child, that's when it ended. And I was like, let me see what she's gonna do with all this bullshit. And she's like, whoa, he doesn't understand all the famous people I know. They're not famous. They're not famous. You think they're famous because you're retarded and you watch TV. To everyone else, there's some fucking poser who sold out 15, 20 years ago. Just like you are. Stupid fucking geriatric whore.